The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Good evening, I'm Tracy Pa with the news. In this edition, PNG's first steel arch bridge, Braille donation restores students' hope, and another tough weekend for hunters. TVWAN Bridge in his Sepik province will be constructed as a steel arch bridge, a first for Papua New Guinea, as bridge engineering shift higher in technology. TVWAN Bridge on the coastal highway links Wewak to Aitape and Vanimo in West Sepik and into the Indonesia border at Watu. The 20.8 million kina bridge is 66 meters long, dual lane and without center pier. The Secretary for Works and Highways, Gibson Holimba, said the bridge is fully funded by the national government under the Connect PNG program. Work on the bridge is expected to be completed this July. The bridge is contracted to Covec PNG Limited and subcontracted to AG Investment Limited. Having an impaired vision, almost dimmed, 19-year-old Cornel Kulep's hope of ever completing high school until kind benefactors stepped in to make sure that this doesn't happen. The Bernard and Davina Chan Foundation, based in East New Britain Province, donated 2 Braille machines to the Bugande Secondary School in Lae Morbe Province on Wednesday, May 6, 2026. This gives Cornel the tools he needs to complete his education alongside his sighted peers.
In grade 6,
Cornel Kulip from Labubutu in Morbe Province was raised and taught by his grandmother, Naimi Martin, who has been an elementary school teacher for 25 years now. Martin taught him for 3 years at the elementary level, noting that his keen sense of hearing has helped him up to grade 8, where he sat for his national exams and passed to grade 9.
he was in grade 6. The assessment that I used to assess him in school, I assess him verbally. I question him, I give the questions, and then he answers the question. If the answer is right, I write it down. If the answer is wrong, I always note it down because that's the answer that he gives me. So that's the same method that me pass him through the primary school.
The family soon faced a challenge during the grade 8 mock examination. A special education teacher was needed to assist Cornel, but since they were unable to locate one, the only option was for him to go home. The answer was in the form of 2 Braille machines that were donated through the East New Britain-based Bernard and Davina Chang Foundation. This will support Cornel and his senior, Simon Kaupa, who is in grade 11.
But we have a problem with Bugandi. As we say, we have no facilities. We don't have Braille machine, we don't have anything to assist, and our teachers are not trained. So we have problem. But we let Cornel to continue for term 1, which is last term. Continue on to do term 1, and we made a special arrangement with Morove Special Education Center that if we can have this time off and have this Braille hand on, and then can come in next year.
Morbe's special education teacher Lydia Musulu emotionally expressed that it's a challenge working in the inclusive education space. No training, no resources, and no proper facilities. They learn on the job and make adjustments when necessary. The Melanesian Ocean Summit opened today in Port Moresby with registration and exhibition. Delegates, scientists and community groups gathered ahead of tomorrow's full conference sessions, setting the stage for discussions on protecting the shared ocean corridor.
The oceans are central to sustaining life on Earth and must be protected for future generations. Prime Minister James Marape said this at Sunday's press conference when welcoming leaders to the inaugural Melanesia Ocean Conference. The week-long meet is being held at the APEC House. Acting Director of the PNG National Oceans Office, Bonaventure Asola, who also chairs the summit's working committee, welcomed participants this morning. He explained that the purpose of the summit is to advance the Melanesian Ocean Corridor of Research, a regional initiative designed to protect marine protected areas across Papua New Guinea and the wider Melanesian region. Registration and exhibitions kicked off the week. Exhibitions showcased responses to environmental challenges, with displays set up across the venue to remain open until Friday. Organizers encouraged both delegates and the public to explore the exhibits, which highlighted scientific research and community awareness campaigns. Asola said the official program begins this evening with a leaders' welcome dinner hosted by Prime Minister Marape. He reminded participants that public awareness of the summit's purpose is still limited.
The purpose of the summit is for the Melanesian Ocean Corridor of Research. Basically, it's trying to protect all the MPAs, the corridor of MPAs from Papua New Guinea all the way down to New Caledonia. That's basically the purpose of this summit, and we're gonna achieve that through development of a declaration, and also from the declaration frameworks will be developed.
Organizers say the summit will provide a platform for declarations and frameworks to strengthen ocean governance and raise awareness of the ocean's critical role in climate stability. Papua New Guinea is hosting this year's summit, bringing together regional voices to emphasize that protecting oceans is not only about biodiversity, but also about climate resilience. Tuesday's sessions will begin with keynote addresses and panel discussions. Joanna Pile, TVWAN News.
The National Information and Communication Technology Authority swore in 3 members to the board at a ceremony held in Port Moresby today. NICTA Chairman Brian Riches said these appointments strengthen NICTA's governance at a critical time where PNG's digital economy is growing fast. The National Information and Communication Technology Authority welcomed 3 members in a swearing-in ceremony in Port Moresby today. The 3 board members include NICTA CEO Polumi Lumi, Non-Executive Director Charlie Gilishibi, and independent expert Charles Chu. The oath of office was administered by Senior Provincial Magistrate Billy Pidu in the presence of staff and partners. NICTA Chairman Brian Riches said these appointments strengthen NICTA's governance at a critical time where PNG's digital economy is growing fast, calling for strong independent oversight to ensure competition, consumer protection, and rural connectivity.
We have the right people, as I said earlier. It is the right time, and we intend to make the right decisions to guide our organisation and also guide the country forward.
Mr. Lumi reaffirms their commitment to the 4 core strategic priorities that will guide NICTA moving forward for the next 5 years. They are strengthening and improving the internal governance system, enforcing the law firmly, creating sustainable revenue systems, and expanding the ICT sector.
These are not slogans to us, they are much more commitments. So we want to see that by the end of our term here, We want to achieve connectivity, we want to achieve affordability.
He said for far too long, non-compliance within the sector was tolerated. That era will end with this new board and management at the helm.
Very serious governance gap, operational weaknesses, enforcement failures, fragmented systems, and declining public confidence. But just as importantly, we've identified this as an opportunity for us, an opportunity to rebuild, an opportunity to modernize, and an opportunity to restore the trust.
Non-executive director said the appointment comes with a lot of responsibility and trust in terms of improving access and accountability for the people.
Strong team in place, from the management down to the staff, and we have very strong support from the government to push the agenda of NICTA in terms of helping to shape communications in the country.
Meantime, the NICTA CEO said the licensing of Starlink demonstrates that PNG is open to innovation, open to competition, and serious about accelerating digital transformation. This sends a strong message that NICTA is prepared to embrace emerging technologies while ensuring proper regulatory oversight, consumer protection, and fair market participation. You're watching TVWAN News. Octady supports Milne Bay recovery and rural health facility finally gets power. We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Cocoa, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo yes, magic on you.
Meji, PNG e Mia. Pine PNG made.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
Use Savetu Wholesome Condom and Wambla way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy, him, use him condom long right play. Stop safe, now look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blong you, or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborus him sick HIV, STI, na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom, banish him you yet na future blong you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Thanks for staying with us. Octady Mining has donated 1.25 million kina to the Milne Bay province to support relief aid after Cyclone Mila had displaced thousands and affected livelihoods last month. The financial support is vital during the recovery process for many affected communities. 1 million kina will go to the Milne Bay Provincial Disaster Committee, while the 250,000 kina will support relief efforts in the Samarai Murua district.
Octady Mining Limited presented the damage check to the Milne Bay Provincial Administration in Port Moresby recently in support of relief and recovery efforts to communities affected by Tropical Cyclone Mila. The funds will be directed to urgent priorities identified in the initial damage assessment to include shelter, medical kits, clean water, food security, and restoration of basic services. Octady says its support aligns with the company's long-standing practice of responding swiftly to natural disasters and humanitarian emergencies across the country and reflects its national responsibility and values. Octady states that its recent acquisition of the Misima Mines project represents a milestone in the company's growth and its long-term commitment to nation building through the 1 million kina support package for Milne Bay and additional assistance of 250,000 kina for the Misima communities. In recent years, Octady has supported disaster relief efforts across Papua New Guinea, like the deadly Mulitaka landslide in Enga province, illustrating ongoing commitment to supporting Papua New Guinean communities during natural disasters. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
Governor for Central Province Rufina Peter visited the Durabisero aid post in Rigo Central Province Sunday to witness the installation of solar power. The aid post has been without power since the 1980s. Thanks to the support of PNG Tribal Foundation and Australian partners, the aid post was lit up with electricity on Thursday, 7th May. Central Governor Rufina Peter made a surprise visit to Durabisero Sunday morning on a Kobio Aviation charter with representatives from the Central Provincial Health Authority. They went to witness the installation of a power system at Durabisero aid post, a Starlink disconnection, and the vaccination program conducted by local health workers. Durabisero Health Officer Eliza Lofulo gave a rundown of the operations of the aid post, including infrastructure, medical supplies, and expectations moving forward, now that electricity is running through and they have proper storage of medicines. Governor Peter assured the local health team that the aid post and staff houses will be refurbished.
Helping law make sure that this is one important economic activity where you by putting money in the pocket of people.
Governor Peter also committed to establishing a police post and staff housing. Reverend Sam Isere, pastor of the local United Church, embraced the support for electricity and health. He also expressed to the governor that they need better road access to bigger markets outside to bring their garden produce to the city to sell. He urged the governor to look into this as well. More than 100 children and pregnant mothers have been vaccinated in Durabisero Village, Central Province, since the vaccination program began on Wednesday, May 6, 2026. 105 children and adults came forward to get vaccinated during the recent two-day vaccination program in the Durabisero Rigo district. 100 were children, the rest were expectant mothers. Community health worker Eliza Lofulo said some men, women and children walked 2 to 3 hours from neighboring villages to get life-saving vaccinations and other medication.
Over the beginning from 0 to 5 years and also Bambel Mama
He said many of the children did not receive vaccinations since birth, while expectant mothers were not able to get any antenatal care. The program was what they needed.
Over the routine immunization, you can also find low narrow facility, but the community don't know I'm all been missed out for such a time. That's why I'm now starting my station.
Kauke CBD, a long-time community health worker, said the common disease in Dorabisoro is malnutrition in children. Parents lacked enough awareness on basic health care. The program includes educating parents on the type of food that will help a child develop better as they get older. PNG Tribal Foundation was the leading organization that initiated the Ghost Mountain expedition. They had support from Central Governor Rufina Peter and Rigo MP Anopala to make it possible for them to bring the health program to the village. Future plans for Dorabisoro include establishing proper vaccine storage at the local health facility to allow healthcare workers to conduct foot patrols to remote communities instead of having villagers travel long distances to get medical attention. And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2299 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2224, $0.3036 Australian dollars, $0.1809 euro, and 34.62 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, crude oil, and copper closed higher. Gold, cocoa, and palm oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Kids in Papua New Guinea love to smile and spread joy. And when they smile, it lights up our world. Come on, Mom, it's you first. Do the 1, 2, 3. Wake up. Brush your teeth. Smile. Let's spread some smiles in PNG with Colgate.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, Just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
An arrest warrant. It's for Dolores Espinas.
Still have unfinished business with him.
What business?
He's got his eyes on Catherine.
He what?
I caught Catherine on a little date with that cocky moron.
What's your plan for Tanggol now?
Can't just let him do whatever he wants after helping him get out. We're going to find Tanggol, and we're going to convince him to do jobs as part of our team.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, tens of thousands have sacrificed a sleep-in to take part in the annual Mother's Day Classic, raising money for an important cause. It was just one of the ways mothers celebrated a day all about them.
Sea of pink washing over the tan.
A bit sore, but I'm so glad that I've finished this. Very loved. Walked 8 kilometres together.
30,000 started their day with purpose. The Mother's Day Classic raising money and awareness for breast and ovarian cancer research.
Well, we woke up really early and then we had some breakfast and then we came here.
Where are we off to? Brunch.
Many were honouring loved ones and all enjoyed spending time with the most important women in their lives.
Connection with your mum is a beautiful thing, and not everyone is lucky enough to have a really strong connection, but I do, and I feel really blessed to have that. So, yeah, I love my mum.
She's always been there. Anytime I needed it, the comfort, the person that gives me the hard words when I need it, but there's not one thing, it's just I don't think I'd be the person I am without her.
Spirits were high, but Mother's Day can be emotional for some.
What the Mother's Day Classic does, though, is it takes some of that grief and sometimes that struggle, but it mixes it with colour and joy and hope.
While some have been running to the finish line, others have been rushing to get a last-minute gift to make their mum's day.
It's pretty busy, yeah. So we get people coming from early morning, starting from 5 a.m, so should be sold out before 4.
Happy Mother's Day, Mummy.
The greatest gift for this first-time mum was the safe arrival of her daughter Violet.
Just in disbelief pretty much that it's, happened today on Mother's Day, which is very exciting, very special.
A tough one to top next year.
The task of rebuilding a home after bushfires can be an emotional experience, but one Western Victorian resident is using the opportunity to build a more resilient community. Diane Kelly has recruited dozens of volunteers to help build a new home out of old bottles, mud and hundreds of recycled tires. And the result is an eco-friendly and more fire-resistant home.
How are you, dear?
Hi. Deanne Kelly was left with virtually nothing when she lost her home in the 2024 Pomona fires.
The fire came through very rapidly, very fast, and we were lucky no lives were lost. But my strong community was the thing that helped us get through.
And now that community is helping her rebuild. Working under a registered builder, 35 workers from far and wide are helping to construct the home from earth-packed tyres, bottles and cans. It's known as an earthship.
It's long and hard days, so I've been blown away by people's total commitment.
Martin Freeney has designed and built a dozen earthships. He says they're not only eco-friendly, but built to survive the elements.
Because of the way they're constructed with a lot of earth surrounding them, and that is an ideal sort of barrier to stopping fires from burning down a home.
This home will take about 3 months to build and will cost about the same as a conventional home.
The reuse of materials also provides a solution to one of Australia's biggest environmental conundrums. Over 350 tyres were rammed full of earth to build this home's walls.
It displaces other materials such as bricks, steel, timber. All those things now don't have to be manufactured.
So this is our mix, 1 part clay and 3 parts soil.
Siobhan Buchecker is getting her hands and feet dirty, making cob render for the walls.
I think a lot of us have come here for a bunch of different reasons, and I think we've found the community to be the most beautiful, healing, amazing part of it.
I'm wanting to create confidence in this community that you can live in a bushfire zone, you can build here.
A natural disaster giving birth to a natural solution.
New data from Charity Food Bank shows food stress across Australia has reached its highest level in recent years, with more than half of all respondents finding it harder to feed their families. The figures reveal that in April, 53% of Australians found it harder to put food on the table, compared to 44% in March.
Part of Food Bank's Farms to Families programs, and people in need can come along and select some of the fresh produce from these chutes below, and the tubs are all loaded onto the back of trucks to go out to the areas where people need this relief most. And this area is staffed by some very competent volunteers and managers who are busy loading up all this fabulous food ready to go out to those areas. But this used to be also what they'd take out to the regions. Now, Food Bank also has community food centres that can do the job. And I am joined now by Julie Pauly, who is the manager of the Community Food Centre at Morwell, which is in Gippsland in Victoria's East. Thanks for speaking with us about this.
Thank you.
Julie, just how busy has it got of late?
Our phones are ringing all day, every day, from open to close. We have a community food market that we open, or was open 2 days a week. We've now increased it to 3 days a week, on top of our food distribution to our charity partners. So we're seeing more and more new families coming through the centre asking for food assistance. So, yeah.
So what are some of the stories of people that you're hearing that are really struggling?
So a couple of days ago I had a young dad call. He's a single dad with a young daughter, and for the first time he had no food for his child. So he was about 3 days off getting paid and was actually in tears on the phone because he didn't know what to do. So I invited him to come into the centre, went through some information with him around how he can connect with charity partners for other ongoing services as well, but also gave him, packed him some food while he was there. So just the relief on his face to know that, you know, we're there, we can help him, and that he did have food for his daughter for the next couple of days. So
it must be such a worthwhile job to
Absolutely.
see the change that you can help make for people like that.
Absolutely. So, you know, we do this, you know, every day, and we do it because we love it. But as I said, you know, the demand and the need in regional Victoria is just growing every single day. So, yeah.
And I think you mentioned that with that single dad, he only had enough money because he had to have the money for fuel to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the main reason that you think that regions particularly are suffering so much compared with people who are in the cities?
Well, when you think about it in regional Victoria, some towns, you know, people don't have the option of going 5 minutes down the road to a supermarket. Some of them have got to travel half an hour, some of them 45 minutes. So, you know, and that takes a lot of fuel to do that. So, with the increased costs, they don't have the option of going and buying food and going to work. So, you know, they're holding on to their money so they can work. Some parents can't even afford to actually take the kids to school. They're staying home and homeschooling them just so they've got enough money. So, but when you think about it, we've got families that, you know, are only just making enough now to get to work, but not enough money for food. So.
The Nightcliff Zebras Festival is wrapping up this evening in Darwin after 3 days of local music, food and art. For the first time in the event's history, there was a small admission fee for licensed areas, but this didn't stop the crowds turning up.
Down, the stages pop up, bringing thousands of people to the Nightcliff Seabreeze Festival in Darwin's northern suburbs.
Beachfront, sunset, great food, great vibe with the music, such a good outing.
Just getting everyone together, bringing all the locals together and getting everybody out for the dry season. It's a lovely event, it's great.
My daughter's actually singing in it in a little bit, so it's lots of people that we know, and yeah, it's been really nice.
In addition to gathering artists from near and far, organisers say there's a focus on platforming Territory youth.
Every kid that's learning an instrument gets a stage here. Every kid that's learning to dance gets a stage here. All of the performers around Darwin in their multiple bands, they get a stage here.
For musicians, it's a chance to share a space with like-minded people.
That's part of the excitement for me, is meeting new people through the music scene and supporting each other.
And take to the stage outside of the local pub or house party.
Just the families and the happy smiling faces walking around. I think it's one of the best things about Darwin.
For the first time in the event's history, organisers have put in place a $10 admission fee in the licensed areas. But the festival has still attracted a faithful crowd.
Many festivals across Australia have fallen over because the costs have increased, and that is true of us. The costs have increased, and I'd say we've had a 96% positive response. That's pretty good. A few others are have come across not sure of what we're doing and why, but once you could tell them we need your help, pretty much they're on board.
A much-loved festival with support to continue into coming years.
You're watching TVWAN News. Later in sports, PNG RFL Academy final set and Hekari out of OFC playoff race.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Dad's gonna be home soon. Dinner's not ready. He's gonna be mad. Mom's trying her best. If it's not ready, oh no. I'm proud of my old man. If he can change, anyone can.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
Use Savetu Wholesome Condom and Wambla way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy, tingim. Use him condom long right pla way. Stop safe na lookout him yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and sheds stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of PNG. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, it's irresistible.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you. Mega Growth Anti-Damage No Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
Middle overs. Do not bowl there. Otherwise, it's another maxi. And it is. He's in the 30s and the team total goes past 50.
Welcome back. The SPPNG Hunters hopes of resurrecting their 2026 QRL Hospitals Cup season suffered yet another blow Sunday, narrowly going down to Mackay Cutters 26-24 at BB Prince Stadium in Mackay. The loss contributed to the downward spiral with 7 losses and only 2 wins. Both teams scored 5 tries apiece. Hunters only kicked 1 out of 5 conversion attempts. Cutters did a little bit better, converting 2 of their 5 tries. This made the difference in the end. Despite of the loss, Hunters winger Miles Banam scored a hat-trick, while Clint Lama and Bruce Bawasi contributed a try each. Here are the match highlights.
PNG, Mavoko, Sonny Wabo gets the pass away. The numbers were too strong there. Lama tips it off. And Miles Barlow, this is the side. They cashed in early on. Sonny Wabo with the grubber kick. Petzner fumbles the ball. Time goes to the air. Miles Barner. What price a hat-trick 10 minutes in? He gets the ball again. The winger for the Hunters turns it back on the inside. This could be a try. This could be their 3rd in 10 minutes. Oh, what a start by the Hunters. Hooker duties here. They go out to the right. It's Bignall. Oh, steps straight away. And they cash in on their first set of 6. And this point-scoring shootout continues. Out the back, Mason Kira, he'll be too hard to stop from there. The big body from the Cowboys. The cutout pass, Petzner, grubber kicks, and he could score! Oh, how about that for some quick thinking? Bignall, the halves combined. This is danger signs for the PNG. Bignall just can't reach out. 6 balls to call. Fogarty's looking for a runner off the line. And crashing down is Mullaney. Mavoko, Sonny Wabo, they combine. Clint Lama. Oh, Miles thought he had scored. What's the touch shot's going to come up with? I think it's a try. They're celebrating, the Hunters team. Fogarty. His forwards overran him, decided to go himself. Gets him 30 centimetres short. Mullaney for back-to-back tries. Has he scored again? I think he has. The referee. Nutlik. A bit out of position. Bounces over his head. The Hunters get the ball, drop it back. Oh, what an amazing try.
Wreak havoc. They had so much success going at Toby Miller in the opening couple of minutes. We just haven't gone back there. So let's get some hard running and then go out to that edge and trouble Toby Miller a little bit more, because, I mean, they've scored points that way. Why not continue?
The most important thing for the Hunters is not to give away a penalty, because that's what's cruelling them.
PRK Mandy Mercs delivered a dominant performance on Sunday to handle the undefeated Money Plus and CDC Port Moresby Vipers. Their first defeat of the season, 12-10, a low-scoring affair played at the Santos National Football Stadium. After the round 5 result, Wigman, Mercs and Vipers now share the top of the table with 8 points apiece.
We'll right away kick off from
the Vipers-Muruks clash, billed as a top-of-the-table clash, with both teams got straight into their groove from the opening whistle. It was Muruks who struck first through Lagabatia from a sweeping play on the left to put them in front 6-0. The young Vipers half-wit had their work cut out for them, playing second fiddle for majority of the half, before dynamic fullback Jeremiah Ban exploded through some lazy Muruks defense to level the score 6-all until halftime.
Jeremiah Ban the footwork. Magic play there.
Muruk's big game experience was the big defining factor, dominating both in attack and defense, but credit to the inexperienced Vipers outfit for their courage and resilience. Muruk's reserve forward Emmanuel Balio scored the second try in the 62nd minute to go further in front 6-12. With 10 minutes to go, Vipers debutant Martin Yanda celebrated with a try to trail 10-12. Muruk's held on to take the win at full time. Muruk's head coach Rodrick Poname had mixed reaction after the win, highlighting the error count was a concern but happy with the win.
It was a little bit messy towards the end. Could have done better in stages there, but it's good we came up with a win. We knew Wellington had a good side, a good young side, so they would come prepared, coming from 4 wins in a row.
Poname added they came in with a simple game plan and glad they got the win.
We just wanted to keep it simple. We just had a game plan of going through the middle. I felt that if we dominated in the middle, we would create space on the edges. So we did that, not too many times, not to my liking, but it was at least at times we dominated. So I think that was the game plan. We just got to, for the next game, we got to do it consistently for the 80 minutes.
Losing Vipers coach Wellington Albert accepted the loss and hinted it was bound to happen after 4 consecutive wins, but commended his boys for their resilience in stepping up to the big Muruk's pack.
Our game plan was simple. Let's just work on what has been working for the last 4 weeks, and we knew Many Muruk should be a tough challenge for us, for these young boys as well. But in saying that as well, like, we tell them to play, how good they are as well, so we tell them to give the freedom for them to play, and unlucky that we just fall short there.
Vipers meet Central Tabaris in round 7 this weekend, while Muruks play Wigman in Ley. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
East New Britain Egma Gurriers have maintained their home ground advantage after an emphatic 28-18 victory over 2025 defending premiers Ley's Next Tigers at the Rabaul Queen's Park on Saturday, 9th May. Gurriers led 16-8 at half and continued their dominance in the second, adding 12 more points to their tally to seal their third win in front of their home crowd. Gurriers have lost their last 2 away games against Candace in round 1 in Ley and the Barries in round 4 last week in Port Moresby. The Gurriers are confident of recording their first away game when they face Gulf Iso in Port Moresby next weekend in round 6 of the Digital ExxonMobil Cup. Meanwhile, in other results, Mount Hagen Eagles upset the Barries 18-16 in Minch to pick up their win of the season. Candace have continued their fairy tale start to their debut season with a 26-12 victory over Gulf Iso in Madang. The final leg of the 2026 PNG RFL Academy program round-robin tournament for Pool A and Pool B concluded successfully over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday in Port Moresby and Goroka. The Mount Hagen Under-17 Boys Academy and Open Female topped their Pool B, qualifying for the grand final against winners Pool A. Under-17 Gulf Boys Academy and NCD Open Female this weekend. PNG RFL Head of Player Pathway and Development Joe Grima was satisfied with the outcome.
Pool A matches in the 2026 PNG RFL Academy program staged in Port Moresby concluded Saturday. Gulf Under-17 Boys Academy and NCD NYC Girls are through to the finals to meet Pool B winners Mount Hagen Under-17 Boys and Hagen NYC Girls. Pool A featured NCD, Central, Gulf and NGI, while Goroka hosted Mount Hagen, Ley and Enga. The program, which ran for 4 weeks, is an extension to the already established National Youth Competition, now into its second season. During the Pool A matches at the National Football Stadium on Saturday, PNG RFL Head of Player Development and Pathway, Joe Grima, gave an insight to the 22 weeks training program, culminating in 4 weeks of actual competition and how the finals would look like.
At the moment, we're down here at Santos Oval on the top field, and we've got NGI taking on the new kid on the block, Golf. So the winner of that will play in the against the other pool, the Mamase and Highlands pool, next week in the grand final.
Grimmer said the under-17 boys competition was also complemented by the NYC Female Games from the 4 regions.
That from grassroots into the academy, into the NYC, it's that one house pathway opportunity for our young boys and girls in PNG.
Grimmer highlighted the incredible display of skill level and the understanding of the game dynamics, which was quite amazing compared to when they first started.
It's incredible, the level of where they were when they first started the program to where we are now. The completions are much higher, their understanding of the technical and the tactical, getting to the end of their sets, has just brought their rugby league to another level, this is set for set at the moment. It's going down to the wire.
Grimmer was particularly pleased with the natural attacking flair of the first-timers in this year's academy program, Gulf under-17 boys, who have topped their pool in Pool A and will meet Pool B winners Mount Hagen under-17 in the grand final.
Always knew that the Gulf boys would bring a different level of rugby league, given their stature. They're tall, they're so enthusiastic, they're so quick, and their agility. So they're using that to the advantage at the moment, Terry.
Venue for the finals is yet to be finalised. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Papua New Guinea's Barramundi delivered a dominant performance to defeat South Korea by 136 runs in Match 6 of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifier in Japan on Saturday, 9th May. Tony Ura produced an unbeaten 106 runs of 55 balls, helped to guide PNG to a commanding finish as Barramundi's bowling attack dismantled South Korea.
PNG Barramundi delivered a commanding 136-run victory over South Korea national cricket team in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifier in Japan, strengthening their push for qualification to the next stage of the World Cup pathway. PNG's innings was built around a superb opening partnership between Tony Ura and Sese Bao. Ura played an explosive knock, smashing 8 boundaries and 4 sixes to claim the player of the match. Bao provided strong support from 59 runs from 41 deliveries, including 5 fours and 2 sixes, as the pair combined for a crucial 137 runs stand at the top of the order. The Barramundis maintained momentum throughout the innings, with Ryan Ani scoring 9 runs on his international debut, Leka Siaka adding 5 and Patrick Noel finishing unbeaten on 8 as PNG closed on a formidable total of 197 runs. Defending the target, PNG's bowlers immediately placed South Korea under pressure, reducing them to 22 for 4 inside the opening 5 overs. Fast bowler Awe Oru led the attack with outstanding figures of 4 for 11 from 4 overs, removing key top-order batsmen and preventing any recovery. PNG now shifts focus on its next qualifier match against the Cook Islands as the Barramundis continue their campaign in Japan. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
The PNG Barramundis have officially secured their place in the Super 6 stage of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifier in Japan after finishing top of their pool following a strong opening round campaign. In Super 6, Barras will face Samoa, Indonesia, Vanuatu and Japan. The Super 6 fixtures began with Samoa this Wednesday, 13th May, followed by Indonesia on Thursday, 14th May, Vanuatu on Sunday, 17th May, and Japan on Monday, 18th May. All matches will be played in Japan as part of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific Qualifier Tournament. The PNG Barramundis enter the Super 6 stage with strong momentum following impressive performances in the group stage. Hekari United FC and Tahiti United FC are out of the OFC Pro League playoff race following a 2-2 draw in their Challengers Group clash in Auckland yesterday. Both sides needed a win to keep their semi-final hopes alive, but a point each was not enough to advance.
A few nervous moments there for
PNG. Hekari opened the scoring in the 15th minute of the OFC Pro League playoff race. Kasum Gabriel fired home his first OFC Pro League goal after being played into the penalty area. The PNG side continued to apply pressure with Joseph Joe striking the crossbar from a corner before Logan Biwa had a goal ruled out for handball late in the first half. Tahiti United equalized just before half-time when Tevita Warana Ivalu headed home from a corner kick.
And it's in! Equalising goal is secured by Tahiti United.
The second half saw both teams push for a winning goal as the match became increasingly physical with several yellow cards issued. Hekari looked to snatch victory in the 87th minute when Lekima Gonerau nodded home from a free kick flick on after goalkeeper Jackson Gardner had earlier denied Rex Naime. But the lead lasted less than a minute with Joseph Atale finding space inside the box to power home the equalizer for Tahiti United. Despite late chances, including a crucial save from Gardner to deny PNG's substitute Ati Kepo, neither side could find a winner needed to keep their season alive. Susan Oreape, TVWAN Sports.
A regional sports program is helping Yazidi refugees navigate life in a new country. Tuambo is home to the largest population of the ethnic minority in Australia, with hockey offering more than exercise.
Is a new homeowner, a third-year apprentice and plays goalie at his local hockey club. He's also a refugee who fled Iraq because of ISIS and its genocide of the Yazidi people.
We had to run away from my house, my town, and then we had to go to the mountains.
The 21-year-old credits hockey for helping him adapt to life in Australia.
These people have got some really complex needs and shared a vision that sport could be the thing that helped these people get a sense of belonging in the community.
One program in Toowoomba is setting Yazidi refugees up for success.
When they come to belong in hockey, they improve their language skills, they improve their confidence, and that actually enables them to be able to get work.
Chunar Ali arrived in Australia in 2024.
It's very hard when you came to the different country and you don't know anything about it.
The program has helped her find her feet.
Yeah, they help us a lot. Not just playing the hockey, they help us how to make a new friends there, how to meet other people in different countries.
Volunteers at the Toowoomba Hockey Club help out in more ways than one. They teach hockey, but they also provide transport, help with English learning and advocate for the new arrivals.
Girls, we're going to try and score a goal. First session they come along, a bit shy, don't have much English, but then over the course of a few months, suddenly they're one of the leaders here.
More than 140 refugees have taken part since the program started in 2023. Amir was one of the first graduates.
And they're like part of my life now, and they're like family to me.
Building a community.
This ends the sports segment, and now the weather. Southern Port Moresby mostly sunny. Alatau partly cloudy with showers and rain and thunderstorm. Momase Lake cloudy with few afternoon and evening showers and rain and possible thunderstorms. Madang partly cloudy with possible few afternoon showers and rain. New Guinea Island, Kokopo Rabaul, cloudy periods with occasional heavy showers and rain and thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy with occasional heavy showers and rain and thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Mendi, Tari and Wabek, Morning fog pitches clearing into partly cloudy with possible heavy evening rain periods. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea sees rough to very rough with east to southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots, increasing to 34 to 47 knots over western sector. Solomon Sea sees moderate to fresh with southeast winds of 15 to 25 knots. Bismarck Sea sees moderate to fresh with southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots. Pacific Ocean sees light to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands sees 1.5 to 2.5 meters, reaching 3 meters. Waters of Finschhafen through Whittier Strait to CSC and Long Island to Medang sees 2 to 2.5 meters, reaching 3 meters. And waters of Manus and its western group of islands sees 1.5 to 2 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by